All right, everyone, let's go ahead and dive in. Once again, thank you so much for hopping on, joining our master class here at SkySlope. Now, our master classes, like to keep them short and sweet. So today's session will be about 15-20 minutes. Feel free to ask any questions using that chat feature here. We'll go ahead and get started with some introductions. My name is Kira. I'm on the learning and development team here at SkySlope. Today, I will be your tour guide. We're going to start within SkySlope Forms. So if you are not a Forms user here today, you can go ahead and join us for our next masterclass since we're going to be working exclusively in Forms. We're going to start with that buyer agency within the Forms product. Talk about setting up our DigiSign preferences. So if you do choose to use our integrated e-signature tool, there's a few ways that you can further integrate this within your day-to-day. And I'm really excited to show you a demonstration of our mobile experience. So that's going to be the star of the show today, our mobile experience. We have our new SkySlope app available for you. So I'll also have those QR codes available if you would like to download that app, start utilizing that mobile capability here today. An additional introduction, of course, my SkySlope support team. Now, if you are in the platform, you'll know that this amazing team is available for you with any questions. Second ring pickup, 10-second chat response, or a 20-minute email reply. So whatever your preference, just simply keep in mind, you can always ask questions live during these sessions, but you have this amazing team to support you after the fact. So with that, without further ado, we'll jump right into my SkySlope demo account. Now, simply keep that in mind. I am using a demo account, so I can click all of the buttons, and I am working in an active Forms account. So I went ahead, logged into my demo account here. You'll see I already have files in motion. If you're a first-time Forms user, just a quick reminder, you'll want to complete your user profile and ensure you have access to the forms that you need through your libraries. Collaborators can be included underneath my team. So we'll come back and talk about preferences here in just a moment, but I want you to notice this Start Buyer Agreement button from your home screen. Now, this is also going to be available for you in your quick action menu from the brokerage dashboard. So you've got that Start Buyer Agreement option, and you'll notice when I choose to start a file this way, it's actually going to bypass a lot of the questions that it's going to ask me relevant to maybe a property I'm a little bit more involved with. So here I'm simply utilizing this filter that SkySlope applies, and I can single out the library or the association of forms that I would like to use with my additional filter dropdown. So if I separate, let's say we're using California Association of Realtors today, and that buyer agreement filter right up front, my BRBC is going to be available for me to add. If your brokerage has any brokerage specific forms that fall underneath this filter, you'll see that available for you in this list as well. To move forward with this selection, I'll click Next, and I'm greeted by my fillable screen. So right away, you'll notice I did not complete that forms cover sheet. I have all of the same bells and whistles, markup tools, the ability to email out. But I really want to highlight here that I'm just simply scrolling right on down and providing out some of the key information. We'll use that calendar quick picker about my buyer. So here I have a little lightning fill. I can pre-decide the action required, so I know my client is going to need to sign this. And I'll provide out their information. Now, Michael and I work together pretty frequently, so I'll see his little directory information pop up so I can import. I have a street address here, so I'll fill that out as well. And once this little sheet here looks good to go, when I click Save, all of those matching fields are nicely going to populate. So this looks exactly the same for me. We'll say the representation starts today. We'll push this out maybe this time next year. All of these blue fields are fillable. So conduct your business just the same, provide out that compensation amount, buyer financial and personal responsibilities here. And when you're ready to move forward, you'll notice all changes have been saved. If I'm choosing to use DigiSign, which of course we hope you do, I'll come right on down to the bottom, click Prepare for Signature, where I'm prompted to rename this file. Now you'll notice right away it just has a quick grab of what we're after. Now this is just to help us quickly create this file, send this document out with ease. So I definitely recommend rename from this snapshot. We'll say this is Emma Scott and awesome. So we'll go ahead and give that guy a quick name, save. I can see I myself, no action at this time. So I can change this if I would like to sign this, or maybe I'll naturally receive a copy. So I can either choose to sign this or no action. As a buyer, pre-decided he needs to sign. So that's perfect. We'll go ahead and move forward right into DigiSign. Awesome. So right away, what I'm going to notice if I scroll on down, all of those signatures and date stamps already in place. That will reign true for any document that you're pulling out of these libraries, including those brokerage forms. Now, jumping into DigiSign will lead us into our next topic, which is those DigiSign preferences. So just as I have these automated mapped forms, if I, as an agent, would like to map a form that maybe I uploaded, I can go ahead, drop this little menu down here and dive into preferences. So right away here within DigiSign, I have the opportunity here, when I place signatures, I can automatically include a date, or I can automatically include a date and time. So a nice little shortcut there to save you some clicks. Same with your date formatting. I have it standard state setting, but of course you can update accordingly if you'd like to see dates displayed differently. I can choose to keep my block type selected or deselect after placing each time. And of course, email settings. So right away, I like to receive my documents as a link and an attachment. So I like both, having the email and the original PDF. Now, if you would like to update this to receive that document as a link as opposed to an attachment, you can go ahead and select this option here and save those settings. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions on these preferences. Pretty straightforward, and I even recommend try changing these settings. Working with just a blank form, maybe you chose to upload, maybe just a demo form you pulled from the library. Play around with these different signature settings or DigiSign preferences. See what fits your workflow best. All right, guys, so I'm actually going to go ahead back right on out of my desktop version of SkySlope, and we're going to move right on over into my mobile app. So as I can see here on my desktop version, I'm seeing my document or file that I've created. So of course, once Michael signs this, I'll receive confirmation via email, and I can continue to work. I can send out offers using the same file, eliminating any double data entry. And I can continue to revise this file as we come closer to deciding upon a property. Now, a very similar functionality I'm going to have access to directly through my mobile app. So here, let's go ahead and switch this on over so you can see my mobile app. All right, so here we are within SkySlope Mobile, and right away you're going to notice that I have the ability here to click Create Transaction, and it will give me the same opportunities. So I can start my file here within my mobile app. Either I'm representing a listing, purchase, maybe I have a tenant. Today, we'll stick with the same workflow. Let's say I would like to start a buyer agreement. So once again, you can kind of compare from the desktop version to mobile. Right away, up at the top there, my BRBC is ready to go. So I can go ahead and select that buyer representation. Click Add Forms down at the bottom. And I'm brought to that same lightning fill. So here, when I click Buyer Contact, already selected that they need to sign. Let's say my client here is Mr. Bob. So I'll enter that in. We'll just go ahead and add in a demo email. There we are. Same thing, all of this information I can go ahead and include. So once I save the information I've provided, we'll select that agreement start date. Same thing, we'll go ahead and push that out by a year. And I'm now going to see all of these little check boxes on the right side. So a check is going to indicate all the information has been provided, and we're ready to click Continue to Form Fill. Right away, I'm brought right into my form. Same process. All of these blue fields are going to be fillable. I can zoom in to get a little bit of a better view here and use that same calendar quick picker. My buyer's name is displayed right underneath from what I provided earlier, so I could come right on down, complete any of these additional blue fields that are required of me. Now, once again, I'm just using a California form as an example, but this will work exactly the same for any other state. Once all of these fields are filled out nicely, I'm ready to move forward. I'll click Next. And we're looking at that same process. I want to give this a name. And we'll say this is going to be for Mr. Bob Buyer. Awesome. So here I once again listed as no action as that buyer agent. Underneath, Bob is already set up. He needs to sign. And I'm going to notice that when I jump into DigiSign, I'm getting that same experience. My signatures are already in place, that date stamp. Down below, I have a little menu there. It's kind of hidden from with my screen, the way that that's compacted. But down below, you'll see here that I could add text to signatures. But all of this is pre-mapped, ready to go since it's coming from that SkySlope library. So I would simply click Next, draft a quick email, and send that right on out for signature. So all of those very same capabilities that you have within your SkySlope desktop version, you have available for you here right within mobile. I can also check on this envelope at any time if I would like to come right on back within my mobile app. And here you can now see on my screen, I have those QR codes displayed. So if you've not yet taken advantage of the mobile experience here, my Apple users, my iPhone users will be able to download directly from the Apple Store using the QR code at the top of my screen. My Android users, or those of you who are using Google Play, that store, you'll have the option down below to be able to scan that QR code and be brought right on over to that app. So definitely take a moment, download SkySlope Mobile. If you've used our legacy app in the past, so anything prior to about 5 months ago, that app is actually no longer supported. So we went ahead, moonlit that one, since we have this brand new mobile experience, all connected within SkySlope Forms, directly integrated with DigiSign. And of course, any documents that come back, you can automatically turn that in for brokerage review. So lots of great capabilities here underneath that mobile experience. This is really where we're going to wrap up our session for today. I'll happily address any questions, but I do want to leave this screen up for just a bit, let everybody take their time, scan these codes, use that opportunity to dive right in.